All right, chat. Welcome to this impromptu, last minute, kind of thrown together stream with no real plan, no real direction. So we'll see how it goes. Anton, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to chat. Richie, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see the both of you here, nice and early. But yeah, I didn't really have a plan. I realized when going through my calendar that originally I was going to stream tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night. I was going to stream Tuesday night, and I cannot now, because I have a work trip. Wait, do I have a work trip? Yeah, I have a work trip. So I won't get back on Tuesday until like super late. So I was going to do a stream Tuesday night, and I can't. So I was like, well, let me try to slightly make up for it and do something random tonight, even though there's not been anything prepared for it or anything crazy like that. But the big thing was the big thing we're talking about, I guess, is the lack of Jubilee going on. So I was admittedly very surprised there was nothing today. Yeah, I feel like that's a ooh, jeez, I just hit the wrong button. I feel like that's a lot of people's takeaway. Also, Masked Hero, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. I think a lot of people are surprised, and a lot of people are kind of confused with what's going on. I don't know if confused is the right word. Frustrated? I think I ran a poll on my YouTube. I don't know what it's at right now. I meant to go see. I've been watching nonstop videos of people opening up Star Wars Unlimited. So like my entire YouTube feed is that right now. So, okay, where is it? Desktop. Right now, I have 156 votes with the majority of people, or I'm sorry, the plurality of people saying they don't care about the news article whenever it comes out. It's fine. But if you combine these two at 47, right? People that have not enjoyed it, but 26% understand that things happen. I mean, almost a quarter of people have just been annoyed by it, which is crazy. And then the throwaway questions, people are kind of, 13%. So it's kind of interesting. I thought it'd be more unified, I guess, in a way of like a lot of people just being like, oh, yeah, whatever. But I think people are used to patterns, right? I think people genuinely just kind of get used to like, okay, on these days, like I'm going to see these things. And then they can't. And then they can't, or they aren't able to, or whatever. So it's been interesting to see. I was trying to keep up, I guess, as well with the old Reddits. And then they talk about the pre-order leak. Keith M, how's it going? Other games have spoiled me by having hype for their new products. This has been my biggest complaint about Fantasy Flight, and we'll get into it in a second, I'm sure. But yeah, so they talk about how pretty sure have been posted, and a lot of people are frustrated. I mean, the top rated thing was frustration. But no, I agree. And also, welcome, Keith. I think I said hi, but welcome. I agree. Like, I praised Fantasy Flight games early on. I think I had a video of it. Where I was just like, Fantasy Flight games did the right thing. God, how long ago? I make too many videos is what I've learned. I need to calm down on my videos. This is only a month ago. Jeez Louise. Maybe I didn't. Maybe did I dream I did it? Because this feels too long ago. I could picture the thumbnail though. My life is just like thinking about thumbnails for content. And that's... Maybe I didn't. Jeez, I should have done that video then. I find that hard to believe. I remember the video. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Not Final Fantasy. Fantasy Flight. Oh god, almost all my videos are tagged Fantasy Flight Games. Son of a gun. They did something smart. Oh, yeah. This is it. Wow, it was 4 months ago. There's a Reddit reply. And this actually talked about... I'm going to copyright claim myself. It actually talked about how, like, they did the whole thing with, like, they did, like, a hype video. And, oh, God, my coloring is so bad. Look at the difference between, like, this and me now. Ugh. God. You know, I think, like, not much changes in 4 months. And then I realized, like, oh, no. I actually learned things. But anyway... So I praised them in this video, and I was just like, they've done such a good job with things. They're so good at, like, previewing things now. And you know what that has led to? Them not doing anything anymore. Absolutely nothing. Which is wild. Wild to me. And then that led me to go through, you know, people were, like, freaking out about this, right? Due to unforeseen circumstances, today's live stream has been postponed. People are like, what's going on? And then... Now, Jubilee is kind of not, I guess, postponed. The rumor is because it was on 401 games, for those that don't know, the Jubilee Hero Pack was there, or it's still there. And there was originally a rumor, I didn't see it, that it had a July release date. And, right, the box is in March, Iceman's in May. So people are like, oh, Jubilee's getting pushed back. But I actually think this is by design. My 2 cents on that. I think they are actually trying to stagger it out more because they're trying to do 1 cycle a year is my assumption that I'm under. So I'm not too surprised by that, but like still it'd be nice if they let us know. Chris, how's it going? No Jubes, what gives? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so weird. 777, how's it going? Good to see you. I just gotta charge my subscription for Age of Apocalypse, so it looks like that, but on track. I think people assumed Jubilee was going to be released along with Iceman, and maybe they said in the wording, I just missed it. But I think it's gonna be. But I think personally, Jubilee is going to be released later, and I think that's by design. I do not think she's actually delayed. I think they're just really bad at communicating to us when the plan is. I think this whole thing was a true, like, no, there were unforeseen circumstances and whatever. And it's led people to believe that, like, it's like a huge error with Jubilee, that they did something crazy, you know, whatever. And yeah. 2 heroes at a time give a break for 2 months. Yeah. Or she's not the second hero. True, she could not be the second, or there's a chance she is the second hero. I'm gonna say that there is no second hero with Iceman. I'm gonna say they're gonna space them all out, and I think that's gonna be the future. Is not 2 heroes released at the same exact time, kind of how they have been doing, because I think they're gonna slow down the release schedule. I mean, again, just my opinion. Also, welcome, Champion. I don't think I said hi, but fine. But I think this was a true, like, something came up, obviously, and they were just like, oh, we can't do it. Is that where we are at this point with production? I don't know. In terms of when Arkham starts slowing? Oh. Yeah, I think we're past that. I think Arkham slowed down earlier. I think. I mean, like, they were going at a blistering pace. So to be fair, like, it makes sense. Like, how many years in before they started slowing down? I want to say Arkham was slowing down by, like, year 5. But I don't 100% remember. I'm planning on ordering Rise of Red Skull tonight or tomorrow. Or, yeah, tonight or tomorrow. I was going to give my LGS my money, but they didn't have it and want $45 for it. That's rough, dude. I wonder if it's on sale anywhere. I feel like it should be. But it's a good box. It's a really good box. I really like Red Skull. So are we at year 4 with Marvel or year 3? Year 5. So, well, it depends on how you look at it too, I guess is how I should also say it. So it came out in 2019. So this is year 5. As far as like cycles go, if you look at Arkham, $27 right now. Oh, that's a really good price. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say around Dream Eater starts slowing down. So They have 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, 4 cycle, 5 cycle. Well, okay. I guess the core box, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 just came out, right? 9 cycles worth. Marvel's like close to that. Like 8 is what we're on now. Like that's crazy. Arkham started way before, and we're already on wave 8. Like so, it's if it kept going, it would pick up and pass Arkham, which is crazy. Stream crash for anyone else? Mine's doing okay. It's a little unstable. How's my Twitch doing? Let me know if the stream is all right for everyone. I can see that it's like the bit rate getting pushed out is a little bit more than usual. I know it's with our committee didn't even announce like a return to for Dream. Yeah. And my phone working just fine? Okay. Oh, sweet. You watch me on your PS5, which is very cool. MC sells better? It's a shot. Yeah. There's a shot it sells better. Probably does. But the problem is it's only what 2 people working on it. I mean that's what Arkham is too, but 2 people and one of them is new. They can only go so fast, you know. What heroes do you recommend to buy? It depends. What are you doing? So are you eventually going to collect it all, or do you only want certain heroes? Do you want certain heroes that are fun mechanically, or do you want aspect cards that are going to help everyone else? Right? Like it's a really kind of layered question. So if you're planning to get it all, I would just buy whatever's on sale and try to complete cycles at a time, because they all kind of like work together, you know. If you're looking for just like aspect cards, like basic cards, I think Wasp is the absolute best you can buy. Past that, it depends on what aspect you really want to like grow in, you know. Maybe Boggs leaving through this is at a whack. Yeah. I mean, we'll never know, you know. It feels like Boggs wasn't doing a ton at the end, except for the spider stuff, but maybe, you know. I certainly don't want to feel entitled to previews for a new hero. I'm just surprised that a new box is coming out in a few weeks, and they must assume day 1 people already know. Look, I mean, obviously they could do whatever they want. They don't have to do previews that they choose to. The thing is, we know previews work. Every other industry in the world does previews. People in the board game industry do previews all the time. They work. They build hype. It's a good thing. Fantasy Flight Games knew this because they did it with Age of Apocalypse box. And there was a lot of content that came out around that, right? There was a lot of hype. There was a lot of chatter, right? It's obviously a good thing for them because it's free exposure. And then they just stopped doing it. And what's weird to me is that they're still doing the villain thing every Monday, or not every Monday, every other Monday. So like this Monday coming up where I'm not around, we should get a villain article. But not the hero thing, you know? It's weird. It's just weird to me. So obviously they could do whatever they want, but they're just hurting themselves. And I never want to see a company that I like and I want to do well keep hurting themselves. Like they're just shooting themselves in the foot constantly, and we're trying to help them by taking the gun away. And they're like, no, this time I'll miss. And it's just like, but you don't. It's easier to write MC, but who knows how hard to make either are. That is true. That is true. The story for Arkham is a lot more involved, and it'd be interesting to see the process for it. More content all the time. Amen. I'm just getting to Arkham and Lord of the Rings, so seeing both getting repackaged stuff is a win for me. The repackaging has been nice. I think Arkham's done a really good job of it. Lord of the Rings, I wish they would have just repackaged everything, but looks like they're not going to do that, which stinks because there's some good things I think they're skipping over. But no, it's definitely worth getting, because for those that don't remember the dark days of Lord of the Rings when you couldn't get it, to try to get like some of that stuff, like they were, what was the one pack I was trying to get? The last pack took me for Lord of the Rings to get. That wasn't a nightmare pack. Was god awful for me to get. Hold on, I know exactly where it is. It's the one before the Dread Realm. Oh, good, my internet's slow. Was it the Battle of Carn Doom? No, maybe it was something else. Vengeance of Mordor? This is what it was. Challenge of the Wayne Riders. People wanted hundreds of dollars for this pack. Hundreds of dollars. If it took me half a year to find it, under $50. And then I accidentally bought two. And then I sold one really cheap because I felt bad. Arkham is probably also welcome half a piece. But Arkham is probably more profitable because they don't have to license the IP. Yeah, it just matters if, or it would just be, is the gross sales that much bigger for Marvel Champions? That's, yeah. That is a good point. I literally just learned Arkham Horror is a board game too. It's a well done board game. Chris, I'm brand new to Arkham Horror and I thought I bought the wrong stuff. And I think I bought the wrong stuff already. Oh no. Oh no. Did you not buy the big boxes? Did you buy some of the small packs? What was the special about the pack? Sorry, I don't really know anything about Lord of the Rings LCG. Lord of the Rings, so what they're doing is so this cycle, Shadow of Mirkwood, Dweller Dwelf, and Against the Shadow, they are not, and Ringmaker, I'm sorry, they're not going to redo. They have basically said, they've alluded heavily to not doing it. They did Angmar, they did Dream Chaser, and they're skipping Haradrim to do Arid Mithrin, I think, which stinks because Haradrim is really good. And I can't remember if they're going to do Vengeance or not. But yeah, so I think that's what they're doing. But they're like skipping some of the cycles, so you're not going to ever be able to get all the cycles. Like, what really stinks is Dwarodolf, this cycle. This pack right here, Shadow and Flame, I remember Nelson was going through it, right? I got Nelson to Lord of the Rings. And he did the first cycle, which is Shadow of Mirkwood, and like it's okay, right? It's an okay cycle. And he was like, oh, whatever. And I was like, dude, when you get to this cycle with Khazib doing whatever, it's fine. But wait till you get to this one. Shadow and Flame was the pack that I went, oh my god, this is a phenomenal game, right? It took me that long to get into it. And after I played it, changed my mind. He played it, and he was like, this is a lot of fun, right? This is a really cool cycle. And it stinks that like people won't be able to recreate that, because like, don't get me wrong, Angmar Awakens is good, it's fun, it's interesting, it's very, very tough, but there's like something really special, I think, about some of these early cycles that it would be nice for people to just have the option, you know. So I wonder if certain cycles just sold better in general. Oh, I'm sure. And there's also really good cards in like Angmar Awakens, and Dream Chaser is always considered the best. So that was always going to get reprinted. But there were some good cards in that cycle, and I think there's some good cards in this cycle too. Arid is next one. Okay, yeah. There's some good cards here. This one in general is really good. So I'm happy they're redoing it. But it just thinks because like Haradrim is really good. I mean, it's easily number 2. Some people place it above Dream Chaser, and they're not, and supposedly they're not going to do it, which stinks because it's a really good cycle. It's a really fun cycle. I hope they do the Hobbit saga. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's nice to have. It's not as good as the Lord of the Rings one. Like, as far as the sagas go, like, these two are fine. But, man, these ones, they're so good. And doing, like, oh, what is it? I cannot think of what the battle is called. What's the famous battle? Helm's Deep. When you do Helm's Deep, dude, it's such a fun experience. Helm's Deep is great, and Mountain of Fire has one of the most interesting like last scenarios ever. It's really cool. It's so cool. I heard it's a lot like Marvel, or Marvel's a lot like it. And I should say that I heard it's deck building for it's kind of weird compared to Marvel. Yeah. So deck building in Marvel to me is very straightforward and simple and easy. And deck building in Lord of the Rings is like an entire day, right? It's tough to deck build. Now you can use Rings DB. The problem is with Rings DB, like there is the one deck, and we reference this a lot in the channel, that will there ever be one for Marvel Champions? This deck, I personally have done this too. C-Stan is the GOAT with deck building, so you just look for his decks and they're phenomenal to use. I beat all of Lord of the Rings with this deck, and it wasn't even that hard. right? It's just crazy. And then after you play with it, though, you don't want to do anything else. It's like, why bother? You know? So, The Hobbit is my favorite book ever. Oh, okay, yeah. Is it even possible to find the old ones? Like these two? I know it was like not impossible before, but that was years ago now I think about it. It also stinks that people won't get like the nightmare packs too. I mean, I know they stink, but man, there were some good ones. So like Doctor Strange of decks, Doctor Strange wishes he was this deck. Like Doctor Strange still has weaknesses, right? He's very strong, but he has weaknesses still. That deck has no weaknesses. It's crazy. Joining you for the subway on my way home from work. How's everything going? Welcome, Juno. Hopefully you're doing well. Not bad. I am not bad. Hopefully you are doing well. I'm not a big fan of Rings DB. Rings DB is a little tough. The second one is hard to find for $200. Dude, my new 401k retirement plan is just to sell my entire Lord of the Rings collection. I have everything. I have everything but the promo cards, which I thought about getting to. I also don't have a complete deck for Lord of the Rings. But yeah, the nightmare stuff, some of these are so good. Ugh. Ugh. And they fixed so many problems early on. They should have repackaged it with the nightmare decks, and there's so much they could have done. My YouTube said 5:15. Hey KW, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. But yeah. Anyway, if you're interested, get into that. Is Fantasy Flight done anything else? Just talking about Feast of Hemlock still. I only have the new releases for Lord of the Rings. They're worth it. Though it was funny because the big thing with Lord of the Rings early on was that how to phrase this? They I think they lost the files because there were typos on the new cards in like different font and like wording that was slightly off or whatever. It was kind of interesting. You have Feast of Hemlock yet? It's in the mail. I just got an email like yesterday that was like, it's on its way. I was like, oh, cool. I saw the Arkham Reddit page was like, this is so great. It's as good as the past two. And I thought the past two were trash. So I'm like kind of nervous. But thanks for the BTST code, bought a lot. Dude, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I have to do a video with that code in it. I keep forgetting to. But luckily it lasts for a little while. That's awesome. Happy to hear it worked. That'll make them happy. What was I saying? Something about trash. Oh, yeah. The last two Arkham cycles. I hated the last two Arkham cycles. I did not like them at all. And I'm really worried about, like, if Hemlock is not better, I'm probably not going to buy any more Arkham. Because I cannot stand the last two. I thought they were so bad. So we'll see. I'm nervous. It's like nervous to like not invest in LCG that you've invested in for like years. But it's like, what's the point? What are some of your favorite board games, non-card games? All right, so for solo, Too Many Bones is up there. I really like the Hopomakis is up there. Sleeping Gods is up there. The bunch of the solo games like Maquis is pretty good. What else is there? Those are the ones that come to mind. As far as multiplayer goes, I really like Cloudspire. Cloudspire might be one of my favorite multiplayer games. Not Unsettled, but what's the other game Orange Nebula did? I don't mind Unsettled either, but Orange Nebula. Vindication, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Vindication. I love multiplayer, Endeavor, Age of Sail is one of my favorite games, multiplayer. I love that game. Have you ever tried Root? Unfortunately, yes. I hate Root. I hate it. Okay. Okay. I know that upsets people. Let me explain. I hate it because I hate teaching Root, because I'm teaching 4 separate, or really 3 separate games, right? If I'm playing a 4-player game of Root, which I think is what you have to play, I hate teaching 3 other people how to play basically 3 other games. The app, I don't mind, and I don't mind playing it now and again, but I don't love it. But if it's like with 3 other people that really know how to play, then yes, I don't mind it. The problem is I now haven't played that in a year, so I would be rough. So I have to like reteach myself. And then I will say with Spirit Islands, another favorite. I really love that game. That's not really a card game, I guess. I'm trying to think of what else I really like. Oh, Lost Ruins of Arnak is really good. I really like that game. Clinic is another favorite of mine. It's really good. All right, so I want the Jubilee article, but it's ultimately not necessary because we're all going to be Magic mains, right? The Yak, welcome to chat. I don't disagree. That's for sure. That sounds like solid logic to me. AJ, welcome to chat. Just started watching your streams about a week ago. That's awesome, dude. Very informative content. I try, man. I try to be entertaining, informative, and I guess play some games. And hopefully not make mistakes. Have you ever played Sentinels of the Multiverse? It's a great game. No, I have not. People have told me I should, though. And I want to contact them to see if they will send me a copy. How about Villainous? I played Villainous only a handful of times. I liked it, though. It was fun. I'm excited for Wormspan. Yeah, I'm not. I can't stand Wingspan. So. I love Arnak, dude. So good. I haven't played with the new expansion yet. I have it. It's sitting there. But I haven't played with it yet. But, Arnak is such a good game. I do want to try Dune, which like came out around the same time as Arnak, and everyone's like, which one have you done? Like this one, like, and they made it seem like they were like against each other, but from everything I hear, they're very, very different. So, have you ever tried Imperium? I've never tried any of the Imperiums, but I've been told many times I should try them. AJ, thank you for subbing over on YouTube. Evil, how's it going, man? Have you played Spirit Island? I have. I own all of it. I love it. It's just been a while since I played it, but I do want to play it again. I recommend New Dune. It's Dune Imperium, right? Didn't they come out with like more things for it? Like, isn't there like... Oh my god, I can't spell. Didn't they come out with... Yeah, Dune Imperium. Is this Uprising the one that's like... a smaller, like, standalone one? Is that this? Sorry, I'm stuffed up. The Salton Sea is a good Devier game. Welcome, Best of Star Trek. I don't even know if I heard of that. Salton Sea. Salton Sea. Look at that. 1 to 4. The most efficient geothermal company. What's David designed? Oh god, no, not a game I've heard of. That's not like an insult. That shows how unknowledgeable I am. Huh, I'll check that out. New Arnak has new cooperative mode. You and novice can play. Ooh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. That game is so fun. Imperium, basically, it's Dune and Premium 2.0. Huh, interesting. I just put my order for Earthbound Rangers. Earthbound Rangers, second printing today. The Shub and Sit Down. I heard Shub and Sit Down had a nice review of it. I don't watch them, but I heard it was good. Or I heard it was a positive review. That's a game. I've watched a few different people now play that game. I can't. It's not for me. It is just not a game for me. I know people love it. It is not for me. Uprising, the new standalone version. Is it worth getting this for solo? Better design, in my opinion. Okay. Mystic Market is fun? Tell me more. Mystic Market. Yo, I love that artwork. Huh. Let's check that out. That's cool. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Impromptu live stream? Yeah, because I realized that I won't be able to stream Tuesday, sadly, because I'll be out of the state. So, Dune's all about Butcher. That's why I heard it's a really good game for a group of people. That's why I was like really confused when people were like, "It's a great solo game." And like, I'm sure it's a great solo game, but like, I feel like it's not, what I should go for. For solo, I would just play the video game. All right, that sounds good. Some people say yes, but I'd rather play for other things. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a good game for what it is. So is it okay? For real, should I get this or should I get Dune and its other expansion? Are you still doing Marvel Champions Friday night? Yes, we'll still be live tomorrow. Yes. Patterns Mandala is pretty good. 2-player. Sounds familiar. Hold on. This one? Tile swap. God. I've been breathing in dust all day. All the expansions are compatible with Uprising? Okay. Probably get bored with a Dune after 5 plays solo. Alright, that's good enough. It's a little bit heavier to learn, but I think it's a superior game. Alright. Wait. What? Really? They're doing Rob Zombie? Ugh. Yo, why did Trick or Treat Studios not reach out to me about this? I would have gladly played Dragula constantly. So my channel gets banned for this. Disappointing. With a bunch of blood. Right? It should. I don't even know how to look up board games on Kickstarter anymore. You'll never beat Lost Expedition solo. Sad. That's right. I don't beat a lot of things solo. I've still never beaten oh, what was that game? Race for a Galaxy with the solo expansion? I've never beaten it. People are like, it's great. And I mean, it's fine. I've never won. Also, Hero Realms. Somebody asked about favorite game. Oh no, Hero Realms is a card game. Never mind. But I do enjoy Hero Realms a lot. I can right now tell you a lot of games I don't like because they're in the basement with me. There's a lot of games here I don't like. Like Tapestry. I'll sell that to anyone. Dice Settlers. Arcadia Quest. Into Deep I still need to play. It looks fun and I like Burnt Island games, but an Alia and something shiny I should probably play. Euphoria and Red Rising are both not great. Yeah, I own all the stuff for it because I'm a psychopath. Huh. The Shelf of Shame. Yeah, the shelf of it needs to be trashed. Ever thought about getting into Legendary? If you go to James Bond site, you can get it all very easily. So, there is a fan of this channel that will be sending me Legendary. They're sending me Legendary, Marvel Legendary, and an expansion, I think. So they're going to send it. I'm going to learn it, and I'm going to play it. And I'll play it two-handed like the way you're supposed to. So I got to watch more Bagel Top Games, who might actually be streaming soon, if not like right now. But, actually, is he? Oh, God. Oh, no, he's not yet. When's his next stream? I feel like he used to stream on Thursdays. He does. Oh, at 9 p.m. So he plays Legendary. So no, he's just sending me Legendary, the box, Marvel Legendary, and one expansion to play. So I will learn it. I will learn how to play it, and then we will play Marvel Legendary and see how it goes. I'm excited for it. Legendary is decent, but it's a pain to sort things after every game. Yeah, I heard there's like problems with it and whatever, but I think I think it'll be fun to try. It'll be fun to try out, and I'm definitely interested in it in that sense. Because I like card games. I mean, just be for real. I just enjoy card games. There's something I've learned about myself now over time that I enjoy card games more than board games. I don't know what it is. I'm just addicted. Maybe because I've always, since a young age, played card games. So Marvel Champions is better. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't expect it to take the place of Marvel Champions. I admit Dune is a good solo game near top of the list. See, I get so many. Y'all killing me. You want to know a game I really hate? The predecessor to this game, Seventh Continent, was one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. I still to this day do not understand the glowing reviews for this game. Oh, it's dropped down. Wow, it's a 7.8. I remember when this was like a 9 or something close to that. This was one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. And people were crazy about this. Ugh, I could go on forever. A friend of mine who is playing, or I'm sorry, friends with Sung Won Chu, I apologize, I mispronounced it. For those who know him, recently played a lot of Marvel Legendary with him. It was like, and with him when he was visiting him, discovered he loved it. I feel like this friend of mine is hard to impress sometimes with games. Nice. Seventh Citadel is different from Seventh Continent. No, I know. I'm just saying Seventh Continent. It's the sequel, right? Or whatever. Because they added more stuff. Is it all new from the creators? Did they just improve upon it? I feel like there's a lot to improve upon. All I was trying to say was, this game was very hyped highly. One at the time, I remember when this came out, and everyone's like, "This is the greatest game ever made." So I got it. Ugh. I bet you're hooked on Lorcana now. Dude, you have no idea. I freaking love it. I love Lorcana. It is so incredibly good. So I have to actually do the unboxing of all the starter decks, but we have what is it? Floodborn and Inkland's big boxes coming in the mail. I'm trying to find the first chapter, a big box at a reasonable price. But yeah, once I find that, I just want one big box of each one, just so I can get like a really, rough idea, or I can get like most of the cards, right? I'm not card chasing. I'm not trying to get the best stuff, but so I can get most of the cards that are out there. That's the one I'm missing. But dude, I love Lorcana. LCG is a better model? Yeah, sure. But here's the thing. So you have the LCG model of Game of Thrones, right? Where it's crazy to buy. It's really hard to buy. And you have a TCG, right? So Game of Thrones Game of Thrones LCG is still very expensive for what it is. Like, even if you bought it at like retail prices. The problem I have with the LCG version of games is that there are so many freaking keywords in Fantasy Flight Games and stuff that is just, ugh, I can't. It's such a pain. Ashes Reborn is so nice compared to it. Ashes Reborn is so good. So good. Okay, wait. I went way past things. Okay, I remember Rob going nuts for it. People are liking the new one a lot more. I just got my copy, but I think I'm gonna sell it for Earthborn Rangers. I want to play Lorcana, but I'm not in the TCG train. Too much stress and money sink. What, Michael? Why is there stress? This is an honest question for people against TCGs. Why the stress? I get the money sink if you're trying to chase cards, right? You're trying to chase like the ultimate expensive cards. But if you're not trying to do that, I wonder why the stress or why people aren't into it. because you can buy like the regular versions of cards for like $1 or $2, right? If it's even that much. I mean, Pokemon, I can buy like my deck that I want for like cents on a card. I only have the first edition. Stop buying Lorcana after the first edition. All right. Random Marvel Chambers question: do you sleeve all of your cards? I'm in the process of trying to figure out the numbers. Figure out all the numbers to see how many sleeves I need. Yes. So I have everything sleeved in Dragon Shield. Almost everything. The only thing I don't have is I don't sleeve the doubles anymore in Dragon Shield. That's the only thing. So everything else is sleeved. So like I have like 6 copies of Nick Fury sleeved because why not? I guess. But yeah, I sleeve all of it. It takes up 4 boxes and it's a lot of sleeves. I don't know how many, but it's a lot. This game score across from Disneyland was selling down on the down low early. Would only sell 1 starter deck a day. I saw that. I follow a lot of the Disney stuff. If I don't get cards I'm looking for, the feel of FOMO is real. Yeah, but you just buy them then. Like it's not, I don't know. And again, I get if you want like that one card that's like an ultra rare or whatever, then yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a money sink for sure. Now I wish I hadn't opened any of my Series 1 Lorcana. It's the fear of missing out, really. I'm one of those types of people that I have to have everything, and with TCGs, that's a lot of money. That's fair. See, the thing with, except for Pokemon's completely different, but with all the other TCGs, I don't care about getting like the ultra rare or whatever cards. Like they're irrelevant to me. Somewhere that counts up the sleeves. Yeah, I feel like Reddit's done it a bunch of times too. Should shelf some Lorcana early booster boxes in. Yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't care about reselling it. I'll be completely honest. Like that's what I do with Pokemon, and like that makes money. So it's just I don't know if I'd rather just play Lorcana at this point, you know. But it's not a bad idea. TCGs are a nightmare for completionists. Yeah, if you're trying to do a master binder, I get that. I get that, sure. But I think those psychopaths love it, so they're all for it. I mean, the people that like do it, you know. Josh, thanks for subbing over on YouTube. But yeah, like, so One Piece is really crazy to get right now. So I just buy what I can, which is just starter decks, and like that's it. That's all I'm doing because a booster box is like $800. It's crazy. I do really like the vibe of a Lorcana, and I imagine I like it, but can't really play it solo. That you can't, unfortunately. Only TCG I play this day is Keyforge. TCGs are too expensive to really play really competitively while aftermarket on the game. Yeah, I don't play anything competitively. So that's the other thing too. Because I don't have a store. So if I did. It's weird. I started seeing TCGs get hot again right after the time of the pandemic hit, which seems odd to be fair. I feel like after the pandemic, a lot of people wanted to socialize again, and I think it was a great way to do so as board games. I think a lot of people wanted that interaction with human beings again. I don't, because I don't like people. So, and I think a lot of people are turning toward board games because we all got stuck on screens, and board games have become very popular. I mean, just solo gaming has become very, very popular. I remember in 2019 when people were like chastising me because they're like, why would you ever play solo board games? Like, get some friends or play video games by yourself. Play a solo board game, you're a loser. Blah, 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 whatever. Come 2020, everyone's like, solo games are the best. It was hilarious. It was fun to laugh at those people. But yeah, so I personally think TCGs are very popular right now. I think they're the thing because people like that interaction, and it's very, today's TCGs, right? Lorcana and One Piece are very straightforward and very easy to get into, right? They're very straightforward, which is nice. Pokemon, because there's so many different metas and there's so much stuff going on, there's so like you're so far behind already, like it's tougher to get into that, you know what I mean? Gigineer, how's it going, man? People were going back and buying like old TCGs for crazy amounts of money during the pandemic. It was really crazy. During the pandemic, There was some stuff that was getting sold for stupid amounts of money. Lorcana is the best TCG right now, in my opinion. I mean, it's the one I enjoy the most, for sure. Do you want to fight with people at Target to get packs? Just kind of want to buy and play. I guess Lorcana's a bit easy. Lorcana is very easy to get now. They had some issues when they first came out, for sure. For sure. And like they still have issues. Like again, the first chapter, like you can't find those packs. I'm trying really hard to. But you can't find them, and there's no news that they're going to print them. And usually you can get a series for like a year or two, so there's no rush, so it drops the prices down. But I think Ravensburger's still figuring it out. I still think they got, a ways to go. Solo board games are refreshing, not an everyday feel for me, but so nice. Yeah, I was originally playing solo board games every single day, and then I had to stop because it was too much. It was just too much. Are you going to try Star Wars Unlimited? Yes. So I have the pre-release box ordered. I have the 2-player box ordered, and I have a pack of cards, like a big box of cards ordered. And we'll open them up and we'll try them. And Novel said she'll try it and give it a fair shot. We'll see how it goes. I like what I see so far. I like that it's not typical Fantasy Flight games with 50 billion keywords and rules that don't make sense. It's very straightforward. It's very to the point. It's very nice. So if you like poker, you should try the digital game Ballaratro. Never heard of that. I'll have to try it. They won't print first edition again? Well, no, they've already done corrections to it. But the first chapter cards, I think they will. I think it's weird if they don't. That's really weird if they don't. I mean, almost every TCG prints it for a year or two. And this wouldn't even be 6 months. Have you played Slay the Spire? I played Slay the Spire. I don't mind it. I've never played Monster Train. They reprinted the first chapter in December. Yeah. And then it sold out like quick. Like super quick. Or it sold out on like Target and like stuff super quick. There are still stores that apparently have a lot of it. I just don't have a store near me. So, but yeah, I played Slay the Spire. I like it. I'm not like obsessed with it. But Monster Train I've never played. But I've heard really good things about both of those things, or about Slay the Spire and I think Monster Train. It's a good game that's solo distilled. I feel like Nelson worked with the people with Distilled. I feel like he worked with them, and he said he liked it. It seemed cool. I like bourbon, so I was like, oh, this is up my alley. But I think that was when that came out. Was during a phase when I just stopped buying board games. Let me rephrase that. I didn't stop buying board games. I slowed down playing board games. 7.9? That's not bad. God, it looks like so much space on the table. I didn't even look at the hot games. Thunder Road. Why is Puerto Rico? Oh, are they reprinting Puerto Rico? It's the only reason it could be up there, right? Oh, there's dude. I've run out of room to put my game, so girlfriend told me I need to slow down. I want to sell a bunch. So I have like 120 some games. My goal is to cut them down by half. I would like to sell about 60 games. Yeah, probably about 60 games. I think it'd be really nice to sell. That's my goal. Every year I say that now. I first said that in 2001 or 2021. And I sold a couple. Does that count? Good. This game should keep falling down. Wow, Dune's ranked 6 overall? Really? Crazy. Also, this is a phenomenal game. I'm running out of space. Need to sell some game situation myself. Yeah, I get it. Pandemic. My friends and I keep wanting to try this. No, thank you. I need to try this, but it hurts just a lot. And I feel like I just can't mentally handle that. Still haven't played. I actually really like this game. I know people hate Terraforming Mars. I actually like Terraforming Mars. Love this game, but we sold it. Hate it. Never played, but want to. Love it. It's a good game. Really good game. Good game. This is an okay game. That's okay. It's a very overrated game. It's fine. Ugh. Every time I go through this list, I just realize how much I dislike like half these games. It's so sad. I've never played this, but I don't know if anyone else has. Is this good? Eclipse? And I really want to play Nemesis. Every single time they came out with a new Nemesis, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy all of it. And I never pulled the trigger on any of it. Makes me sad. God, I hate this game so much. It's one of the worst games I've played. Feast for Odin I don't like. Wingspan I don't like. Terra Mystica I like a lot. Great game. Great game. It's fine. Great game. Overrated. Haven't played yet. Legendary Aliens? See if you can find it, right? About to game on Kickstarter called Age of Comics that has a cool old school comic book vibe. That's awesome. Nemesis is one of my favorite games. I hear such good things about it. I hear solo is pretty good too. Never played my Nemesis game. Never gets to the table. That's sad. I feel like I like the idea of where like you're working with but against people. Like I think that's a cool like semi co-op I guess it would be or whatever, or semi deduction or whatever. Like I think that's a cool idea. I think that's really neat. Nemesis is great. Lockdown is better than the first. That's what I hear. I hear Lockdown's really good. Like it did an app, right? And the app was pretty well done. John Lasagna, how's it going, man? Everything else fine. We didn't love it, but it was fine. Barrage, I never played. The Crew is really good. Viticulture is fine. This is actually one of the few Stonemaier games I like. Funshade Magnet we couldn't do. Wow, Marvel Champions up to 40. Good for it, man. PAX we never played. Underwater Cities was fine. Puerto Rico's good. Heat's okay. Scotia wasn't for us. No, this is not an enjoyable game. No. No, we never played. Never played. No. I really want to play Kanban. But a little more complicated. All right. Yeah, they're doing a third game. Hey, Ginny, how's it going? I woke up and went to Nelson's stream and said, howdy D20. That's hilarious, dude. I love it. Just don't expect to win Nemesis, but you'll get a fun story and experience. So as if you've been on the stream with Novels and I, like, I don't care about losing. I care about having fun, right? I just want fun to be had. So yeah, losing does not bother me. For other people, it does. So Sleeping Gods, phenomenal game. Pandemic, haven't played yet. Mansions of Madness was fine. Lisboa, I love Lisboa. I think I sold it. Yeah, I think I sold this game because no one would play this game with me. But I love this game. Love it. It's more action oriented with space machines. Nice. Oh, Lockdown. Yeah, okay. Maracaibo. I can't remember if we played it. Zulkin, I don't think we ever played. Power Grid was fine. Cthulhu, we never played. Quacks, we played once, and that was more than enough. I haven't played. I don't think I played. No. I like Paladins a lot. Obsession, I really want to play. I hear really good things. Zion, welcome to the chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Which game? Someone abandoned the ship in an escape pod halfway through and just watched the struggle for the next half of the game. That's kind of hilarious. That's how I feel like Everdell was that like some of us finished and some of us didn't. And like the people that didn't finish like played 45 minutes longer. It was such a weird dynamic. I didn't like it. Power Grid is great, just so long. It was long. But yeah, it was fun. It was enjoyable, I should say. Nemesis was Alien 1, Lockdown was Alien 3, Nemesis Retribution is Alien 2. Alien 3 is a classic movie. Wars Ali is great also. Interesting. The new ones with Space Marines. Imperial Assault never played. Gallerist I love. The Crew still love. Next Minions never played. Android, I would like somebody to teach me this game because we tried and it was a failure. KDM, somebody's offered to play the digital copy with me and teach me how to play it. I have it. I own the digital version of this game. I've just never tried to play it. And I would really like to. Azul we liked. Race is good. Five Tribes was fun. Eclipse never did. Aeon's End is good. Oathsworn we're not done. Fields of Arl I didn't like. Teotihuacan is one of my favorite games. I never get to play it anymore, but I love. Here's another board game when somebody was asking about games I love. Tio is one of my favorite games. I love that game so much. Journeys to Middle Earth? No, Michael, I have not. I've heard it's fun, but I've never tried it. Best game was once when my friend was lying to me about the engines just because he wanted me to help him achieve his objective when I was ready to go back into hibernation. He still managed to win after trying to help him and he died. Hey, Beast, how's it going, man? KDM seems like a lot. Oh, yeah, for sure is. That's why I got the digital copy of it. Android has my own. There's a special place in my heart for Android. A lot of people love it. Arboretum? No, I have not. This War of Mine is one of my favorite games that never gets to the table because the premise and theme is really depressing. So Giant Lasagna. I've never played the board game. I played the video game. I love that game. But I get in such a bad mental space playing that game because it is the most depressing game I've ever played. It is beyond depressing. But man, it's a good game. It's a good game. If I ever found it really cheap, I would get it. But God, I don't know if I can mentally handle that, man. But it is a good game. Like the video game, I love that video game. All right, I have to check this out. Why don't you play Tio anymore? So I like it more as a 2-player game, and no one really wants to play with me. Oh, I've seen this cover. So, okay, so this company way back in the day offered me a copy of this game to cover it on Instagram, and I said no because it was 2-player. Now I feel like I should have. Yeah. All right. I'll have to look into that. We're all blah blah blah. Can we just please have a place to stay? We're out here in the cold. Please listen, dude. Some of the choices you have to make. Oh my god. Please don't make me make these choices, dude. It's so rough. I was thinking about one day doing that because I want to do some more video game streams, but of board games. I thought that'd be fun. And I thought about that with This War Is Mine, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna depress chat. Like, you all would be so depressed because I'd be depressed. And it just does not end well. Lives 15 minutes away from you is visiting right now. See, it's easy. Yeah. Okay. I know. Have you ever played Seasons? I played the digital version of Seasons. Wait, let me make sure it's what I think it is. With the dice and whatnot. Yeah, I like Seasons. I think it's fun. But I've only played digital, not like a hard copy too. But I liked it. A random stuff that can happen. And it's written in a sort of choose your own adventure thing with heavy consequences if stuff goes wrong. Also, Giant Lasagna, wasn't there like a thing where like the Kickstarter had something extra in it and it was like even more depressing or like a hidden something? I don't know if I should be saying that. Well, the game's old by now, so people should know. We acknowledge the sheer amount of genres and themes board games have. You think of a theme, someone probably made it. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Alienation? I have not, no. Enjoy Monster Hunter Stories, the video game, but not sure I would enjoy the board game. Yeah, I like the video game. I don't know how I would do a board game. If you're looking for super depressing games, the most depressing one I could think of it was Life is Strange. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. I'll play it one day. Alienation? All right. Wait, is it a board game or a video game? Oh, it's a board game. All right, I'll have to check this out. Do you like Marvel Legendary or Marvel Zombies? So I've never played either, but I am getting a copy of Marvel Legendary. So, oh, it's a video game. Oh, okay, I see it now. Oh, on PS4, 2016. Okay, I have it up on the other window. Life is Strange is good. It's got its flaws, but the first one is good. Not gonna lie, I cried a lot during the first game. Dude, that's when what was the thing that just became an HBO show? Last of Us, right? When I played that game the first time, I had some crazy feels. Awesome top-down shooting, nice. Telltales, I like their games. I don't know if I played the Walking Dead one. I played some of their games. All right, Tio, like Through the Ages. Lords of Waterdeep is probably the game that got me into modern day board gaming. Robinson Crusoe, I think, is a heavily overrated game. Fun fact about me. How large of a stack is your Marvel Champions double resources? I only have 2 sets of each, like of doubles and whatnot. But I do have another stack of doubles just like in the box that takes up like that much space. But it's sleeves with cheaper sleeves. Was pretty depressing. Ugh, I don't know if I can handle that. How do you feel about board game adaptations of video games or vice versa? Okay. So here's my weird take on that. I think there are certain board games that should have always been video games. Like Gloomhaven. I think Gloomhaven is not a good board game. I think it's a great video game. Or a fun video game. I don't know if it's great, but it's fun. So, to me, that's one of those things that should have always been a video game and not a board game. I don't mind when they cross over and do it, as long as they do something interesting with it. Like, if they're just porting it over, like Aeon's End, maybe? But like, there's a lot of card games that are ported over the video game, and like, it's nice, but like, I don't know. It's like nothing unique or interesting about it. Agreed in Robinson Crusoe. Took it out once by myself. Insane table space is super clunky. Dude, it's so, like, everyone's like, oh, it's so hard, but like, if once you get through it, it's fine. No, it's hard because it's random. Like, you just gotta get lucky, and that's frustrating. This war of mine? Oh yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah. I keep 4 sets of doubles just in case the rest of my doubles I use to make PM. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, since I only ever play the game 2-player now. Did you ever play Marvel Midnight Suns last year? It's a video game, but it's card strategy. People keep telling me to play it. I'll have to at some point. Tainted Grail, I haven't played. I would like to. I have not played. Architects, all the West Kingdom games I like a lot. I think they're all fun. Never played, but I heard good things. Never played. So here's my fun thing about Tricarion. I own Tricarion. I own all of it. And I bought it for like $100 some. I have played that game once. So when people talk about like TCGs are really expensive, to me, games like Tricarion are really expensive, where you only play it once and it costs you $100 for that play, versus, I don't know, Marvel Champions. If you do like the breakdown per play, I'm in the pennies right now for what I've spent, right? Lorcana will become that. Like, even if I put down serious money now, if you break it out per play, it's gonna be pennies. This War of Mine board game is the best part of it. Everything is tells me to read in the book of the scripts. I get chills. Yeah, I mean it's great. I mean that's the game that made Awaken Realms, right? Keyflower never played. I really couldn't get into the Gloomhaven, but I decided it was the theme. If you made a spy theme, get in, grab stuff, and kind of missions that would fit the puzzle aspect of it. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta get more tissues. So, here's my problem with Gloomhaven. And this is kind of petty, but it was ranked. Actually, I don't know if it still is. Hold on. Now I need to see. This is a part of the reason why. One, I just don't think it's that interesting of a game. Okay, now it's down to 4th. This was the #1 strategy game for the longest time. The problem with it is that there's a small deck of cards that are completely random. That it does not matter how good your strategy is. Doesn't matter. The small deck of cards can destroy you. That to me is quite annoying. Because you know it's a really good strategy game where randomness doesn't really affect you like it does? This one, Spirit Island. Spirit Island to me is, there's so little randomness. Is better than Dice though? Is it? Because once you get a bad one, you just shuffle them all back in. So to me, it's a lot similar to Dice. But like Spirit Island to me is like the ultimate strategy game. I really couldn't get into Gloom here. Oh no, I read that. As long as someone will play with you, Lorcana's the way they go. Yeah. Jaws of the Lion actually gets played quite a bit because it's easy to set up and the card play is still fun. I liked the top bottom card play. So I like that, right? Like that the big cards. I enjoy that system. Like I think that's actually a really good system. That's a fun way of doing things. I just wish they didn't have the modifiers. I don't think you need that. Also, it drove me nuts. They're like, it's a solo game, but you can't actually really play it solo because you're not supposed to know what the other character has. So like, you have to make the difficulty go up. It's whatever. It drives me nuts. But Jaws of the Lion, I went through and it was fine. But like after I finished, I was like, okay, like I sold that thing so fast. Do you play a Lorcana board game solo variant? Just 2-player. The only randomness in Spirit Island is the events, to be fair. Yeah. And like I get every game has a little bit of randomness. Every game. But like again, with Gloomhaven, we would spend 5 minutes discussing the entire strategy of what we're going to do. And then because of a random card, that entire strategy went out the window. So it just like wasted time. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were wasting time a lot. I see so many channels talking about Marvel Champions exclusively as a solo game, but the aspects seem so well in tune for team play. It seems like I'm in the minority there. No, so also welcome Under the Wrong Hat. Hopefully you're doing well. So many channels do it. Okay, here's the secret. So many board game channels talk about Marvel Champions solo is because we play it solo primarily. Right? It's just easier for us to play solo games, right? As far as content creators go. It's kind of tough to play multiplayer on stream. Like it's just a tough thing to do. So because of that, it doesn't get talked about as much. The argument for Marvel Champions was that it was made as a multiplayer game that had solo capabilities. I believe that's what it started as, and now it's an equal distribution game. Right? And the reason being is because the pandemic happened, and you can tell with the way heroes are designed now is that there is a solo focus. There is for sure a solo focus. Every single hero since they started designing from the pandemic works solo. It works solo well. A lot of the early ones didn't. A lot of the core box ones don't. I love Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's really tough solo because his kit isn't prepared for it. So yes, the aspects work well for team play, and you can lean into that, but because of how diverse the card pool is nowadays, every single aspect has enough cards to help you for solo. Like, there's no weak solo aspect at this point. Like, when the game first started, protection was kind of tough in solo, and so was aggression. Like, since then, aggression solo, I play all the time. It's really easy. Protection, I think Nelson does all the time. I'm not as good at protection player as he is, but it works so well. So, but no, I think most people approach it as a multiplayer game. I think just content creators focus more on solo because it's easier to get to the table. Marvel Champions is kind of a strategy game, but it's also random. Oh yeah. There's definitely strategy to it for sure, but there's a lot of randomness in Marvel Champions. But I think that's fine. I think that's what it's meant to be. Auto fail or curse? Yeah, that's my issue, Keith. I usually play two-player for Marvel Champions. It's a lot snappier one-handed though. That's the big thing. Is I could play Marvel Champions in 20 minutes. 2-player takes like an hour ish. Play Marvel Champions two-handed. I love combining heroes, Black Widow to mitigate Star-Lord's encounter cards. And there's people that love doing that. And that's definitely a solid way of doing it for sure. With my content, when doing two-handed, it is hard to manage while filming, table space, and keeping up with the rule slips. I mean, Joshy, I feel that 100%. That's the other thing too, is it's really hard to not make mistakes on camera. Like if most people recorded themselves actually playing Marvel Champions, you would be shocked at how many rules mistakes you make. Like I know everyone's like, oh yeah, I make a couple. You probably make a lot more than a couple. Like probably a lot more, because I do, right? To this day, if you watch all my videos, like there's a mistake in every single one. And I play that game a lot. But like I've watched other people's videos and streams and stuff, and they make rules mistakes. Like it just happens. So it's one of those weird things that like when you start filming yourself, you start getting very conscious, it's like self-conscious of it. And it gets weird. Like it gets weird. But I do remember when protection was the weakest and now it's arguably the strongest. Yeah. I think there's a really good argument that's the strongest. For sure. For sure. So I want to keep going through these games. Do you have my preference for playing when I'm not filming? Yeah, I go back and forth. Protection had a really big swing, yeah. Don't dismiss Alienation? No, I won't. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's up on the other screen. I was playing Mysterio yesterday and made so many mistakes. Yeah, it happens. It's crazy. Yeah, Joshy. Evil, in Marvel Champions, how many allies do you typically add to your hero kit when deck building? Okay, so I run 6 to 8 allies, generally speaking. There are times I will go up to 10 and people call me crazy. But generally 6 to 8-ish is where I like it. Probably close to 6. Do you still make mistakes off camera? Absolutely. 100%. I think I make fewer, but I don't know if it's one of those things like I'm subconsciously like, no, like it's good, but I for sure make mistakes. The problem is I talked about this on stream too. My biggest problem is I think I know what the card says when I don't, right? Because I've seen so many cards so many times that I'll start reading and be like, oh yeah, that's right, it does this. When it does that, but slightly differently. You know what I mean? So I get like slightly off. That's where most of my mistakes come from, because I just don't take my time. And that's just me being from Jersey, and none of us take our time doing anything. I remember butchering Hella's rules the first time I played her. I still mess up Hella now and again when like you beat the side scheme and she has 1 life left and then suddenly she gets like 2 more or whatever. I always mess that up. I always catch mistakes way ahead of time after the game is over. None of these monsters came out. When do you think Fantasy Flight Games is going to announce something? I think on Monday they'll announce the next scenario. I think Jubilee is not going to be announced for a while. I think they are spacing out the heroes because they're going to do 1 cycle a year now. That is my guess. Having to slow down and actually read the card can be very difficult. Small details like a manner in card games, yeah. I'm too lazy to edit subsequent videos. So I've gotten better at it. If you watched my like content from a year ago, I used to just like rush through things really like a lot. And then I would go back and watch the live stream and be like, I can't use these videos. So it felt like a waste of time. So now I've gotten to the point where I force myself on stream to like, at least if I make 1 or 2 small mistakes, whatever. I don't care. If I make a big one, ooh. But yeah, I've gotten to the point where I forced myself to do that so that I have content to post. But I catch myself making a mistake. I'll either try to roll back. I'll try to roll back as far as I can for sure. That is the best way I think to do it. Decided to organize my Arkham Horror cards today, and now I realize that after however many years I've been, the symbol events are in the upper right hand corner for assets, in the middle for skills. I know, right? Chat. Okay. Here's the thing, Giant Lasagna. I have cheated so much on stream. Not purposely. Obviously accidentally. Accidental cheating. And I watched the video later on and be like, I wasn't allowed to do that. And there was 40 people in chat and you all were talking about pizza or something. So Do you think they'll ever do a revised edition? I do. I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. There's a lot of content creators that think they'll never do it. I 100% do. I don't think we'll see it for a long time, but yeah. Okay. First of all, Jersey pizza is superior to New York, and Chicago style is not actual pizza. It's a freaking cheese pie. It's disgusting. I hate Chicago pizza. Detroit, I also do not like, but pizza from Jersey is the best pizza. I will fight anyone on it. New York tastes like the Hudson Bay, which is disgusting. Oh, and hi. Hey, Lord. Lord, are you... Wait. I guess this is to everyone. Make sure you're in the Discord. Lord, I know you stream on Twitch or whatnot. And this goes to any other content creator. And I should probably actually put this in my Discord. If people want to promote their stuff, I got to have a spot to promote things. I just thought about that. Because I want to see other people's stuff. And I keep, like, not seeing it. So. Then the game might get boring. I think the problem is they can't keep up with the pace of development. Wisconsin pizza? Wisconsin does actually have good pizza because they're really good with cheese. All right. I don't love Wisconsin. Okay. But their pizza's not actually that bad. Do you think they are going to do an X gonna give it to you hero? What else do you think they will release? Now, okay, chat. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. I am still... Okay. Release order. Iceman, obviously. Jubilee's going to be next. Then it's going to be Nightcrawler. I still think Mystique is the last one. Okay? I'm still on Team Mystique. Still there. I think the 5th villain is actually going to be Professor X. Okay? Just clip it now. Save it now. It's going to be Professor X. And when I'm wrong, we can come back at this video and make fun of me. Please do. That'd be cool. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's do it in the... Oh, God. People are typing something. Okay. Let's do a whole different channel. Or... Self-promotion. Let's get... Wait, where did it just go? There it is. Let's get it way up there. We'll put it under board games. Let's do rules for it. Hey, y'all. Do you have a social media account, YouTube channel, Twitch live stream? Feel free to promote it. Just don't at everyone. Okay. So let's do promote your YouTube channel. All right, actually, let's just do YouTube. Twitch. Social media. All right, we'll put that up. There we go. Bunch of new things. To post your new videos or live streams. Free to post your channel or live stream when you go live. Those things, social media. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, that is now fixed. That should have been done a long time ago. Okay. Wisconsin. Oh, wait. Back in the day when I used to work for Pizza Hut, we used to make breakfast pizzas all the time. Dude, I'm so jealous of that. All right, Wisconsin pizza. Wisconsin pizza is a thing. He went full screen for this one. That's how you know how important it is. I've never heard of Wisconsin pizza. I got it in Madison. Keith, I'm with you on Mystique, dude. I'm going to have a field day when I'm right. I'm going to have a field day when I'm right. I will huff the Emma copium until the yeah. I would have liked to have gotten her. It's really sad that we won't. Don't already know it's Dark Beast though. Dark Beast is number 4. Dark Beast is the 4th villain. Here's a wild thought that's probably come up before. What if it's Magneto and Mystique hero pack? Like a dual hero pack? I mentally can't handle that right now. I died by... I can't handle that. The 5th villain is actually me? That'd be hilarious. Need to bring a big appetite to feed. They could do Magneto. He's not always a bad guy. He's a bit misunderstood. Is it Onslaught Professor X? I think so. I think. But I'm not 100% sure. Should have been alter ego pilot. Lets her use any other hero's alter ego. There's a lot of cool things they could do with Mystique for sure. Mystique copying Ironheart's ability to get progress counters? Dude. That'd be hilarious. I think what was I thinking? I think the image will be like a Mystique image. Like it'll look like Magneto, but like Mystique's excuse me. Mystique's eyes. My biggest wish would have been the Hellfire scenario pack with Emma Frost hero deck. Would have been an awesome mini expansion. It's still a shot. Still a shot. Doc, how's it going? My guesses are Onslaught or Dark Phoenix for the 5th villain. If Professor X is Onslaught, then I agree with Professor X and Onslaught. I feel like Mystique would be one of those characters they would look at for a kit and be like, I don't know whether whatever sticks, just let's just go with it. So much of the spine space. Dual aspect cards. Dude, I think they will at some point. I think they for sure will. So, for those that don't know, player side schemes was a big thing. Or player side quest in Lord of the Rings was a big thing. So like player side schemes we always knew were coming. One of the things that would be interesting if they do this. So Lord of the Rings, when it ended, they actually ended it in one of the coolest ways. So what they did was they made contracts, right? For those that don't know about Lord of the Rings. Hold on. Lord of the Rings. Excuse me. So, all right, here we go. This is for sure, I think, what they will do at some point, like near the end. So this was the thing in Lord of the Rings. It was just on the table, and it says it would have a rule that was special to the game. You cannot play non-unique allies and put non-unique allies in play. And then when you control exactly nine unique allies, flip this card over, and then you flip it over, and then everything gets like a buff, right, or something crazy. Same thing with this card, right? This is what they're going to do in Marvel Champions at some point because people loved these cards. They were so cool, and they changed the way the entire game worked. You will know where Marvel Champions is near its end because they will start doing this. Just FYI. Thanks again. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, I've wanted to I popped into your stream once and had it in the background, and I didn't say hi because I was like, I can't really talk or listen, but I was just kind of watching. But I want people to post it because I want to like know, you know, because I'm bad with this stuff. Hey, Honorable Viking, what's the news? The news is there is no news. My speculation is that people think that Jubilee is like delayed or whatever. I think this is by design. I think they're slowly slowing down the release process of Marvel Champions stuff. Marvel Champions contracts will be sweet. I guarantee they'll do it because Caleb Grace did them with Michael Boggs, I want to say. But Caleb Grace is the one that did them for Lord of the Rings. And I think he said he enjoyed doing it too. So I think they will do it for Marvel Champions, but near the end. Are those Lord of the Ring cards also in Arkham Horror? Not yet, because they're not done with Arkham Horror yet. But Arkham Horror is also designed by a different team, so. Awesome, I'm fanboy horror right now. I lurk in a lot of channels. I'm always lurking. Because I need noise on in the background because I don't want to listen to what my actual coworkers are telling me or saying. So I leave noise on, generally speaking, but I'm not always paying attention. I just noticed the self-promotion channels in Discord. Yeah, they've been there the whole time. for years now. Totally didn't just do it on stream. Totally didn't. But yeah, no. So we'll see if Arkham does it. But I almost guarantee they'll do this for Marvel Champions. This again, Caleb and I think Michael did it, and people love this. It is really fun to play with these cards. It's also a good a good Lord of the Rings website. All right, let me go back to trashing games. Okay, Raiders North. I've only played the app, and the app's fine. Hate this game. Never played. Never played it because I hate Concordia. Can I show Discord that you were wrong with the clip? Yeah, I mean, I've never been wrong, but yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you can. Dominion, I like. Tigers New Phase, never did. Lorenzo, we never played. Eldritch Horror, I don't mind. Troy's never played. Mombasa, never played. Lord of the Rings, never played. I want to play this, though. Carnegie, never played. No. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. This is such an overrated game. Sorry for those that love this game. I hate this game. Have you ever played Binding of Isaac? No. Or the card game Four Souls? No. No. I've been told I should play Binding of Isaac, but I've not. Hello, Leon. Welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well, dude. Russian Railroads, never played. Patchwork we played. It wasn't bad. Never played. Dominion we like. Rising Sun we didn't like. I don't think we played that. Haven't played that one. Haven't played that. Haven't played that. I want to play Vinos. I'm more of a Gungion fan than Isaac. Interesting. I didn't even know there was like a game comparable to it. I blow out $200 on Kickstarter. Wait, what did you spend $200 on Kickstarter on? No. I actually don't mind code names. I feel like people trash on code names. I feel like it's not a terrible game. Eldritch Horror is basically Arkham. Yeah. Did you start at the top, so I'll have to rewatch the stream? Yeah. It was just me making fun of games. Forbidden Stars, never played. You actually need this game, or this expansion, I think, to make Wingspan tolerable. Parks now. Roll for the Galaxy, I like a lot. I think it's actually a really fun game. Cartographers, we liked a lot. Final Girl, you all know I love Final Girl. Pandemic, I don't mind. Res Arcana, people keep telling me to play. I would like to play it. Have you tried the card game Sentinel? No, I have not. Codenames is amazing. I prefer the cooperative version of Duet. I've never played the cooperative version. I'll have to try that. I would definitely do that. Target we never played. Watergate, I would like to. What about Raw? Never played Raw. Never played it. I would like to do Watergate. Okay, so for those that know, I'm a political junkie, but I'll never talk politics on stream because there's nothing good that ever happens from that on stream. But if you ever want to grab a cup of coffee or a beer, I'll be happy to, and I'll argue whatever the side you want me to argue is. But I love politics. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So any political game, I would love to like play more of because I think they're fun. I think they're cool ideas, and I've heard Watergate can be fun. So I would like to try that. Alchemist we never did. Wormspan? I have no interest in Wormspan. Clank? No. Star Realms? I don't mind, but I prefer Hero Realms. It's a Wonderful World wasn't bad. I feel like it was just like a really simple game, which was kind of like, meh. You know what I mean? Joke, we're all the Sentinel players. We're all Sentinels player like Marvel Champions, but all Marvel Champion players like Sentinels. Yeah. Hadrian's Wall, I've heard I should play. Sherlock Holmes, we never played. Kemet, I actually really like Kemet. We sold it though, but I like it because novels didn't want to play it anymore. Darwin's Journey, I have no interest in. No, I would really like to play. This is so for anyone who's asking me, like, this is one of my favorite multiplayer games, like ever. They're coming out with a sequel, or not a sequel, a second expansion. I think that adds a solo mode. But I love this game. It's one of my favorite games. Don't know why. Just one of those weird games I really enjoy. But you can't solo it yet. Stone Age we liked. That was fun. Legendary Encounters, I would love to play that. Lord of the Rings, good for it. 161. Never played RS expansion. I haven't been to Magic Gathering for a really long time. I haven't even heard of that game. I've heard good things. Never played. Never played. Never played. Never played. I like this game a lot. Never played. We didn't really like it. Never played. Never played. I actually really like Radlands. It's such a weird game though. And you have to buy the premium version because it's so over the top. I don't like Mad Max style things, but these premium stuff is so nice. It's so nice. So nice. So I actually love this game. Even though it's very lopsided, it doesn't play that well, but whatever. Deep Sea, yes, is a sequel. It can play cooperative, solo, or competitively. Yeah. I have the first expansion. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Hopefully it comes soon. I don't know if it's supposed to be soon or not. Unnatched, I haven't played, but I would like to. Too Many Bones, phenomenal game. This War of Mine, we just talked about how depressing this is. One day I'll buy this. One day I'll buy this so I can be depressed all the time. And then I can bring it on stream and I can depress all of you. Constantly. One day. Descent we played, we liked. Wonderland's War I have no interest in. Memoir was fine. Earth we never played. Cosmic Encounter I don't think we played, but I can't remember. Same with Horrified. Castles Mad King Ludwig I don't like. We never played Dune. We never played that. Sagrada we didn't mind. No. Haven't played. We played the other version of Resistance. Not Avalon, but like the space one. Horrified is great actually. Is it? I can't remember. Wait, let me see what it looks like. I don't know. The map looks really familiar. Like really familiar, but I can't remember we've played it. I should really like note this stuff, but Walking the Moon, Outer Rim we never played, Meadow I've never played. Is this a freaking what's his face game? Oh, Street Fighter's ready to play. I was just downloading that because I wanted to get back into that. We were playing like a 35 to oh yeah, then that's fine, yeah. Game of Thrones, the board game. We want to play this. We have it. Or my buddy has it. I would like to play. Space Base wasn't bad. No, I haven't played. Haven't played. I like Go a lot. Suburbia, we played and then sold. But I did like Suburbia. That was fine. Dead of Winter, we never played. Paleo, we never played. Blood in the Clock Tower, not for me. It's not for me. Village, no, I never played. Modern Art, never played. Never played. Splendor's fine. I think I still have it somewhere. It's a game we bring to like the beach. You know, it's easy for people to play. Friends of mine say Game of Thrones board game is good, but I haven't played it. Yeah. Carcassonne, I don't like. Teach You, I've never heard of. Ankh, we didn't like. Under Falling Skies is really good. I haven't played, but I would like to. Near and Far we played a little bit of. We haven't finished it, but that was fine. Grimber haven't played. Haven't played. Calico, haven't played. Dinosaur Island, I want to play just simply for the neon colors. Because I love neon. I'm looking for a good, charming game that is set in D&D. Like solo or multiplayer? It was like Rayman and Carcassonne. How long did it take Buy the Same Tokens to deliver to you? At least a month. Probably 2. Depends how long they get stuck at customs for, to be honest. My City, my buddy wants me to play. He says, good. Ticket to Ride, I don't like. Cyclades, we didn't play. This Codenames Duet that we're talking about. Deception, I want to play. Oh, that's Legendary. Which we will be doing soon. Hanamakoji, I actually really like this game. It's one of my favorite 2-player games. I like that game a lot. Voidfall, Zombicide, Role Player I didn't like. Sushi Go Party I like. Isle of Sky we liked. That was fun. Novels likes that game a lot. I don't know if we have it still. Hero Realms, love. Vindication, love. Chronicles of Crime was fine. Tapestry was a terrible game. Viticulture is fine. Or I like it for what it is. Star Wars deck builder is so weird. I've played it a handful of times, and it's just like, it's fine, but I want them to do more with it. And I feel like they're not going to. Lewis and Clark is, I have it actually right there. It's such a weird game. Like, I like it, but I don't. It's really hard to explain. But it's one of those games, like, solo-wise, it plays weirdly well solo. Tapestry is my favorite game. Also, welcome TR Philly. So we didn't like how we're playing, like, we didn't like, okay, hold on, it's been like 3 years, so let me think. We didn't like the Sudoku puzzle, because it felt like you were doing something completely different from actually playing the game. We didn't like how they lined up. We found that certain combinations of, like, the two things that you get, the two cards you get, like, there were certain combos that just will always win. It's very unbalanced, I guess, in that sense. And something with the tracks bothered us. I can't remember what. But yeah, and then we got Tapestry Plans and Ploys because we heard it made it better, and then we set it up and we just had like flashbacks. And I think the newer expansion, the Architects one, supposedly makes it even more betterer. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. Again, there's very few Stonemaier games I actually like. I think Viticulture might be the only one I really like by him. I'm trying to think what else there is. They dropped the Star Wars deck building game hard like the X-Men game. Yeah, and like I've heard some people say there was always a plan to just be the game and nothing else, and I've heard other people say that no, it's not the case. I don't know. I bought Yawning Portal, but we have yet to sit down and play it yet. Okay. Dark Tower is amazing. I've heard the Return to Dark Tower. I mean, I remember when that was announced and that giant tower thing in the middle looked so cool. But pretty much confirmation that the Star Wars deck building. Yeah, Josh, I kind of agree with you. Like, I don't know if they were just testing out the Star Wars IP or they thought it'd be a quick money maker. Like, I don't fully understand. And like, it's a fine game. It's just like there's so much more they could do with it. It's very weird. It's very weird. All right, Time Stories I never played, but I would like to. King Domino I didn't like. Bora Bora we didn't play. Forgotten Wars we didn't play. Rococo. I want to play the new Rococo. Arcadia Quest is terrible. Marvel United we never played. Seasons I liked. Dice Throne I've only played like a couple of the boxes, but I like it. It's fun. Star Wars LCG, don't we all? What I'm looking for. Okay, so alright, you said both. Looking for charming in as D&D. Alright, honorable. D&D game. A D&D style game that's solo or multiplayer. I mean, Hero Realms is that style. Well, that's not D&D though. It's fantasy based, but it's not D&D style. Lords of Waterdeep is obviously like the biggest one that comes to mind for multiplayer, because that is like Lords of Waterdeep is like, you know, fantasy style type thing. Yeah, I have to think about that. You have to go look at the games upstairs. Even medieval themed. So West Kingdom games, right? The Architects of the West Kingdom, Paladins of the West Kingdom is more medieval, and I like those games a lot. And they're stereotypical board games. They're not really like Dungeons and Dragons, but Architects I think is the easiest to get into, and it's a good game. It's fun. It's one that Novels likes a lot too. It's the easiest out of the 3 of the trilogy. So there's Architects. Actually, hold on. So there's Architects, Paladins, and Viscounts. So Architects is like the easiest to get into. And it's good, right? I've never played it 4 players, so I have no idea if it's actually good for. But it has a ton of expansions. You don't have to get them or anything. Paladins is like heavy and thinky, and I would not play it over 2 players. And Viscounts is like a mix, like it's kind of heavy. I don't think it's 3.46, but it's got a pretty interesting rondel mechanic of like going around in circles. So that's pretty good too. But I really like the 3 of them a lot. I don't remember if I've gotten all my stuff for this yet. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh well. But yeah, that's a medieval themed game I like a lot. I want a Star Wars LCG. Yeah, bought the game on stream before. My bike considered it would sell and have a license now. Oddly enough, I have a Star Wars Risk game, which doesn't really play like Risk. If anything, it feels like Return of the Jedi board game. You have 3 battles going on in space. The Endor ground battle, the battle between Luke, Vader, and the Emperor. It's surprisingly good for a 2-player game. That's cool. Have you ever played Mage Knight? Sure have. I played a lot of Mage Knight. My problem with Mage Knight is that it is a 3-hour game where the first 2.5 hours is very systematic. Like you have to hit certain checkpoints to know you're going to win. The last 30 minutes of Mage Knight is some of the best board gaming you'll ever play. Right? I to this day, I think Mage Knight, the last 30 minutes of that game, especially if you're on track to do what you have to do, is amazing. And it's weird. I know this sounds bad, okay? But there are times when I have sat there and you're taking on your last cat or your last city, and you know the math is there, but you have to figure out the math, right? Because it's not as simple as playing cards. Like it's very like you have to figure out the right way to play cards. And I've sat there for 15 minutes and like Novels has come over and been like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Shh, I'm calculating things." She's like, "Oh my god," and she's like, "But how?" So like explaining all the math. She's like, "Why don't you just do it at once?" I was like, "You can't do it at once. It's got to be done in a very specific way, and then it works." That part's amazing, right? And to this day is still one of the best experiences of my entire life. The problem is the first 2.5 hours. And like to me, Spirit Island is the exact opposite. Where Spirit Island is some of the best gameplay for an hour and a half that I've ever done, and then the last like a little bit of it can just be like kind of a letdown. Utha's Mage Knight, but better. Interesting. But yeah, when people compare like solo games, they're like Mage Knight's #1 and Spirit Island's #2, or Spirit Island's #1 and Mage Knight's #2. To me, Spirit Island's #1 objectively, and Mage Knight's not even in the top 10. It's a fun game. It's also, you should know, it's Spirit or Mage Knight. It's a huge table hog. It's a massive game, and the rules can be a bit weird. But I feel like once you get them down, they're not too bad. There's just like there can be weird interactions. I'm just looking for games that I've played before that I like. King's Dilemma we liked a lot. Buffy board game? Is it Legendary Buffy? I really want that one. Mage Knight has a hefty rulebook. It has like a couple, right? And it's not the most intuitive. I had the Ultimate Edition of Mage Knight, and it was all over the place, that rulebook. Summoner Wars, I'm still trying to get Nelson to play against me on. I think Nelson's really into Summoner Wars. I thought it'd be funny for content if like him and I tried to play each other. And him as someone who really knows how to play versus me that doesn't. That would be comical. No, it's actually Buffy the board game. Oh, okay. You play a character with abilities and you have to defeat 3 villains of the week before you fight the big bad one you picked. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you should definitely play that. John Company, I want to play. Destiny's, everyone tells me I should. They say it's really good. Above and Below, we play a bit. Nush Ford, it's right there. I got it for solo. It's actually not a terrible game. I'm not a big fan of Uwe Rosenberg, right? That's who did it? Yeah. I don't really care for his games. But Nush Forge was pretty good. Cloudspire, phenomenal. Phenomenal for a multiplayer game, not a good solo game. Tech knew I would like to play. Mechanics come into effect like the gentleman who took away your voice so you can no longer talk in the musical episode. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's actually kind of cool. Resident Evil 2 is one that I need to reach out to Steam Forge so bad. What are the odds that a channel with, I mean, I got like 5,000 subscribers, right? That should be good enough to send me a $200 board game, right? Yeah, maybe. I'm at 5,241. They should send me an expensive board game. So, have you heard Drinking Quest? I have not. Oh wait, I want to see. I want to see the reviews on these games. All right, so there's Resident Evil 2, which was the first one, right? And then Resident Evil 3, and then Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil 2 is my favorite video game. Not overall, my favorite Resident Evil video game. Alright, 7.4 is not terrible. Alright, an 8. That's pretty solid. 8.5, man. It's pretty good. Pretty good, chat. Oh, look at it. Look at it in its glory. I want it. Oh, goodness. What else does Steam Forge have? I feel like they have a lot of things. Nightbot got giant lasagna. It plays shockingly similar to limited inventory space. You get to an extraction point, even a single zombie can be a pain. That's hilarious, but that's awesome. If you have any crowdfunding games you're waiting on, what you're most excited about? Hold on. I forgot what it's called. Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is probably my number one that I'm most excited for. It's Chip Theory Games game. I think it's going to be... They keep saying it's not. And I get why they say it's not. But I personally think it's going to be an improvement upon the Too Many Bones system. Too Many Bones has a lot of... I love Too Many Bones. It's top 10 game for me for sure. Top 5 probably. I don't know if it's number 1 anymore, but it's up there. I get why they don't want to say it, but I do believe that it's going to be improved upon system for Too Many Bones and fix all of its issues. So I'm excited for what this game can be. I'm really excited. Past that, as far as Kickstarter stuff, past that, I have a lot of Hero Realms stuff coming in, which I'm excited for because I really like Hero Realms. I feel like that's it. I don't really back games as much anymore. I'm kind of over Kickstarter and GameFound. Like I'm kind of over that whole system. It's kind of frustrating. I don't really enjoy it anymore. I backed it. I'm hoping I'll like it more than Too Many Bones. The bright side is they've retained their value really well. Chip Theory games, so you can sell it. One day I want to play Red Dragon Inn with the real alcohol. I remember being terrified after playing Resident Evil 2 on PC back in the day on CD-ROMs because we used to live across the street from a graveyard. Oh god, that sounds terrible. We have fun experience with the right people. Don't do it in 8-10 person gaming like we did. I like Too Many Bones, but too long. I just play Spirit Island instead. That's fair. Too Many Bones can be pretty long. I found myself playing a lot of the simpler, whatever the villains are called. I play a lot of them, not the simpler ones, because it's just I don't want to spend forever, you know. But that's probably the one I'm most excited for. I think it'll be the most interesting. Hopefully. It might actually. So here's the other thing. I like Chip Theory games. Don't get me wrong, but their component quality has gone down. Their quality control has gone down. They've gotten worse with their premium components, unfortunately, and they've kept the same price. this one they need to do well, right? Because I'm sure the IP costs a lot for this. I'm sure they have a lot riding on this. So it'll be interesting to see if the component quality is actually better. I'm really hoping it is, because I was pretty disappointed with 20 strong, and the newest burn cycle was I think not as good. And the newest too many bones, I don't think is the print quality is as good either. Hey Mark, love the content. Keep it up. Appreciate it, brother. Have you played Citadels? Yes. We actually really like Citadels too. That's actually a really good game. Big fan of that. Raiders of Scythia wasn't bad. We enjoyed that. The Resistance, that's what I was thinking of. Not Avalon, but Resistance. It was just called Resistance. We played that. We liked that. San Juan was fine. Have you played Star Wars Rebellion? Is that the 2-player game? I have not, but I want to. I want to do it with my half brother because he really likes Star Wars, and I feel like he would appreciate it. I have to get it for like his birthday or whatever. All right, I'll be right back, chat. Okay. Mystic Vale? I remember hearing about that too. Yes, play it twice because everyone is intimidated by the box size, but some of the best board games. That's what I've heard. I heard if you like Star Wars, it's absolutely amazing. Feels totally different. That's what it's like to play War of the Ring. You could play as Sauron, or you could play as like Middle Earth, or not Middle Earth. The Fellowship, and the experience of how you play each one is completely different. It's so cool. It's so fun. I love that game. I just hate that it took us an entire day to set it up. Gets compared to War of the Ring a lot. Makes sense then. Very, very similar. Okay. Yeah, I would love it. It was just getting it set up was a pain. It's living in the house with 4 people so we could play Battlestar Galactica. I want to play that so bad. I heard it's such a great game to play with other people. Oh. Excuse me. I also wish I would have gotten on the Witcher. Just because I like The Witcher. Man, we're getting the games I just don't play. Oh, Wavelength we liked a lot. If you want a good party game, it's actually a really fun party game. Wavelength. You want to play Gwen? I don't even know if I have it downloaded anymore. I think it's like Cthulhu based on a pirate ship. Is it really? That's hilarious. Still Descent. I want to play the new Descent. I heard this was good. Or I heard it was fun for what it was. Frostpunk. I backed this game and then I pulled out of it because I just bought the video game version. Called it a day. It's more my theme, especially as it does the mechanics. Ah, great wall. How did people like this? This was like a weird game with Awakened Realms when like they were almost done with it and everyone hated the mechanics of the rulebook or whatever, so they changed the entire game. Frostpunk is made for the same people as This War of Mine, is it? Oh god, I'm on the wrong section. I thought Frostpunk was made by someone different. Who is it? Glass Cannon. Coda B Games, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hopefully you all are doing well. Welcome to the channel. We're just looking at board games. You know, this war, that's not a Glass Cannon. Made by the same people. Oh, okay, now the story changes. How the Marvel Champs go? We were just talking about the lack of announcements today. We were just kind of hanging out talking. But usually it goes well. But yeah, today we didn't really do it. How's it going on your end? What were you guys playing tonight? Or you all playing? Oh yeah, there's Citadels. We were talking about Citadels earlier. Amerigo. Dawn of the Zeds, I've heard I should get into because I heard it's a phenomenal game. Just got its new expansion. So tell me more. Okay. Okay. Oh, we were playing Midnight Suns. So have you played the new Arkham expansion yet? I need to know. Also, Apex Legends board game. No, thank you. And a lot of my chat was asking about Midnight Suns. Chat, if you want to watch someone play Midnight Suns, go follow. I think this will work. Oh my god. There we go. So go follow Codab Games because he was playing it, and I know a lot of people were asking about it. Hemlock Vale is the new Arkham. Yeah. No, I was wondering if you played it yet. Played some of the character stuff, but I haven't done any of the campaign. Okay, because the last two campaigns, I wasn't the biggest fan of. So I was hoping that it was a little more up my alley. I guess is the best way of putting it. But yeah, Dawn of the Zeds. People keep telling me I need to play this. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Canvas was such a weird game to me. Fantastic Factories. Risk. Charterstone we played. This was my first Legacy game I think I played. It was alright. It was alright. Woodcraft. Everyone wants me to play. Because, you know, woodworking. But I heard it's really hard. I don't even know who makes it. Delicious Games. Ugh. Expeditions. Lobby. Friday I can't stand. It's another... People always talk about that for playing a woodworking game. I know, right? People always talk about this being a great solo game. Like, no, thank you. The last couple of campaigns were a bit wordy. Dude, I have read Stephen King novels that were shorter than those campaigns. Holy cow. We would do it on stream. And I spent an hour and a half reading. I was like, I still have to play the game. It's an exhausting game to play on stream. You would think I would have an advantage in woodworking. You would think so. But I do not. Friday also says do Robinson Crusoe. That's maybe that's the problem. Emotep. Libertalia. Okay. Zombicide. Small World I didn't mind. Escape Plan I would like to play, but I want to play all the Lacerda games. And I feel like Escape Plan, On Mars, and Kanban and Vinos. Wow, I haven't played a lot of his games. Never mind. I was like, I haven't played a few, but I realized I haven't played a lot. I've asked these people if they wanted me to show off their game on stream. You know what they told me? Nothing. They just ignored my email. So maybe one day. But I would like to play this game. I heard Fleet the Dice game is like fun for solo. Oh, this is Lord of the Rings revised score. Legends of Andor we played. I didn't mind that. I didn't like Fleet. Oh, that's sad. I don't know if I would like it. But it was fine. Yeah, I feel like it was like hyped hard for like a day or two, you know? And then it was just like, The only thing I remember from my woodworking in high school is I spent an entire term using a soldering iron to burn a massive Mortal Kombat symbol into a magazine rack and never. I love that. And that'd be well worth your time to burn that in. But nowadays you just get a CNC router, so. Puzzle game, not an adventure game, and then I liked it a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, when we first started playing, my buddy was like, this is not quite what you think it's going to be. So I think we went with pretty proper expectations, and it helped. We talked about Euphoria, I don't like. Etherfields, I love. I love Etherfields. It makes me so sad it's rated so low. Oh, it's still got an 8.0, though. That's pretty good. But man, I do love that game. One day I'll finish all the campaigns. Maybe on stream. Maybe not. But God, I love that game. Las Vegas. Hey, there's Sentinels. We're talking about that. Really want to play the Fenris campaign of Scythe? It's good. I'm not a big Scythe person. I don't really care for it, but the way they did the campaign was pretty cool, and like the system of it was fun. Playmat sucked, dude. No, playmat sucked. So, I may have spent a decent amount of money on a custom-made neoprene mat for Etherfield, so that it was actually, instead of like vertical out, it was like horizontal. It's so much nicer. It's so much nicer. It helped so much in the game. I may have done exactly the same thing. It's well worth the money. I don't know if you can get it still. Well, maybe you probably can. I'm sure they sell it somewhere. And yeah, with Loving Sentinels, I hear so many people say it's like, it's so good. You have to try it. So one day. One day. What am I thinking of? Actually, I don't see it. Oh, wait. No, I see a different one. Ew, that one's weird looking. It's like a 3 mat set. That's not terrible. But it's not the one I have. Wait, this is it. Oh, I think I found it, chat. Yeah. Okay, why does it have to show... Okay, let's show it this way. Alright, that's what it looks like. I can't show... Because Etsy puts your credit card information up there on screen, which is like really kind of frustrating. Here's another image of it. But yeah, I got this. And it's so nice. I stacked my whole Arkham and Lord of the Rings collection in my Etherfields mat to try and increase it. Sadly, too high quality material. That's hilarious. You can trust with your credit card information? Yeah, I can't because I know you, chat. All right, we'll go through one more section, and then I'm gonna call it night because I am exhausted. Oh, there's Vinos. Man trusts strangers with his credit card information? No, that's not how that works either. You go straight to buy the same token? Yeah, I mean, the credit card company wouldn't even think there's anything weird about that either. They'd be like, well, it's just another normal purchase. I actually wonder if they ever fixed their website. I meant to email them about it because I still can't see everything on their website. Oh, Warp's Edge is good too if you haven't played it. Warp's Edge is a good game. Hey, there's Game of Thrones, the card game. 673. Betrayal in the House on the Hill is weird, but $1,000 in tokens later. Nope. It's weird that he hasn't spent more yet, to be honest. Cacao. Oh, Elder Sign. I feel like I had the app for that. What the scenario turns into. Yeah, it was like a weird betrayal. It was like a weird game where I feel like you were doing one thing and then it just became a completely different game like later on. It just like it felt very weird. I want to see if anyone wrote anything else in the Jubilee section. No. Sad. Basic tokens not showing? Dude, yeah. It's so weird. It's got a story in it? That's cool. So, yeah, right. This is their thing. And you come down and you load more. And then you come down and you load more. And you get... Oh, I can finally move more. Oh, let's go. All right, now I have to see if they have more tokens. See if there's something I don't have. In which that would be ridiculous, right? A lot of confusion because the betrayer can't show any details. Yeah. Bought Redwood. I don't know if I've heard of Redwood. What's harder, Standard 2 or Expert 1? I believe Expert 1 is harder. Standard 2 is very hard. It's very, very close. But I think Expert is still harder. Slightly. But if somebody made the argument the other way around, I wouldn't like argue it too much. Take wildlife photographs. That sounds fascinating. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this was, I agree. This was not doing its thing earlier. And all I've learned is that I still own all of it. Actually, I don't own that one. Or those. But the rest... Yes. Oh, I don't own that. Never gonna own that. Yeah, they really don't have the giant boards anymore. This is the best token ever. Huh? And I really want to get those dials for the Sunday morning videos, which by the way, there's probably not going to be one this week because I didn't get to record it. Work was terrible, so yeah, they don't have the big boards anymore. That's really sad. All right, chat. Got it, need it, got it. Hey Jay, how's it going? If chat could just donate me a quick 271. Actually, I could take 5% off with a coupon I know from D20 Woodworking. But if you could donate me a quick 271, I could put this on stream. Actually, no. Hold on. 271 plus 48 is 319 plus another 47 is 326. 366. Could you donate me a quick 366? It'd be really great, chat. I really appreciate that. Oh boy. But I do want to get their what is it? The Star Wars Unlimited ones. I'm just gonna buy all these. I don't even know what these tokens are for, but I will get all of them. Actually, I guess I just need this token set. Oh yeah, this is for like one player, right? So I'll need two of these, and two of these. And whatever this is, probably. The bling is so expensive. Yeah, man. It's a hobby in itself. It's worth it, though. Maybe. My mommy's credit card info? Yeah. If I have anyone that is underage, just go in your mom's purse real fast. It'd be really great. Really appreciate it. Nothing beats a tricked out board game, dude. When it's a game that you love and you get those premium components, man, it just feels so nice. I don't know if I told you, chat, but By the Same Token is sending me some Lorcana stuff. So I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. So I'm excited for that. Half the reason we have their code, which if you haven't used it yet and you do want their tokens, D20 BTST gets you 5% off of their shop. Did they ever come out with the new Marvel not Marvel Champions, the Lord of the Rings ones? They were supposed to do, oh, they did do acrylic. Okay. They were supposed to do acrylic for a while and they kept pushing it off. But yeah, you get 5% off still if you what did they do for the Star Wars deck building game? Huh. I don't really remember how that would work. And if you still qualify for free shipping, you still get it. Oh, they have, wait, not Arc Nova. That's not what I'm thinking of. Lost Ruins or Arnak. Do they have that? Oh, they do. I know the component piece is already good, but they could be better, right? How long is the code good for? March, April 27th, I think. End of April. So I'm hoping when Age of Apocalypse, like, because I know a lot of people have stuff already. What I'm hoping is with Age of Apocalypse, that they'll start announcing it and then people can use it for that. And that's probably when I'll start promoting it like much harder. Oh, they're doing Keyforge soon. Interesting. I wish they would do Ashes Reborn. That'd be really great. Is there anything else? Miniature games not really do. Nothing exciting. All right, chat. I have to get out of here. So, April 27th, I think. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. It was 2 months from when I first promoted, and I feel like I first did it 2 days ago. So, but yeah, use that token. It's in the Discord too. But yeah, so okay. So next stream tomorrow night, we are playing Marvel Champions 2-player. Novels will be joining us, which is always a good time. So that will be tomorrow night, and then Sunday, I think I'm doing Marvel Champions, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. I've got something exciting to tell you guys. Please do. So Sunday, I don't know for sure what I'm doing yet because I will not be streaming on Tuesday. So I don't know if I want to do more Marvel Champions or I might do Final Girl again instead, which I know is going to throw everyone through a loop and everyone's going to get upset at me. But I kind of want to do Final Girl, especially since we got crushed last game. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank God. Thank God. Let me leave you all with this. This is a 100% true story that's happened to me recently. So my company is a smaller company, right? And our CEO decided that it'd be a good idea that if we didn't do things the exact way he wanted us to do it, with how like certain processes are done, he decided he would withhold our pay. Okay. So he sent this out to the entire company, which I was thinking, it's a pretty interesting decision. Don't know why you would do that, but okay. And then shortly after that, we got an email from HR and our PR reps that we had to have mandatory meetings about legal things that may have been brought up, and they want us to sign stuff. And I'm like, no, not doing that. So it's been great at the company. It's been really great. So anyway, that's been the fun thing we've been dealing with. Sounds bad, dude. He's mentally just gone, I think. Final Girl rocks. Dune 2 tomorrow. We still haven't watched Dune 1. Withholding pay is a little, it's what we would call a little illegal. It's a little illegal. I'm very fortunate that in the past, my mom worked for a bunch of lawyers, and I used to, in my summers when I was a young kid, go in and like help file stuff for them. So like I'm friends with all of them still. So like I kind of like, you text them and email them, and be like, hey, what's this about? And they go, oh. No, that's not allowed. That is kind of illegal. And I was like, huh, cool. So anyway, it's been very, very fun. Who loves big hands? The Panhandle. You're down the Panhandle? I used to go to Florida all the time. My summers were in Florida, closer to Tampa, St. Pete area. That's where my grandparents lived when they were still alive. And every single summer, I would get dumped down there and hang out. And my entire childhood, because the Tampa Bay Rays barely existed. What do you do, if you don't mind asking? And it does dox you. I am a journalist, is what I am, for a business-to-business magazine. It shouldn't dox me. I don't know. I think I've doxed myself a lot accidentally, so I'm not too worried about it. But I guess I should be. Now I'm becoming like a bigger content creator. Filthy journal, dude. It's the worst profession. It's the absolute worst profession. I hate journalists with a burning passion. 6 hours from there, but I have family from there. Yeah. Oh, see, when I was a kid, I love baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport in the world. I think it's the greatest sport ever invented. I absolutely love it. Anyway, as a kid, my grandmother and I would watch Atlanta Brave games all the time because that's all you got, because Tampa Bay didn't really exist yet. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays didn't. Later on, they did. But we always watched the Atlanta Braves. And plus, Turner with TBS and TNT is very easy to watch it. And I would read the box scores the next day, every single day. And those were some of the best childhood memories I ever had in my life. Was reading box scores and watching the Atlanta Braves play. And that was like when they were like crazy good, like in the 90s, with like Tom Glavine and what was his name? Maddox and whomever else, John Schmaltz, Chipper Jones, Javier Lopez, Andrew Jones was there for a while. They had a first baseman that was really good. I can't remember. Andres something. Oh my God. First baseman, Atlanta Braves, 1990s. What was his name? God, I'll think of it. Andres Galarraga? Is that a name? Andres Galarraga. Yeah. How many touchdowns did they score? Nah, man. I am not a football person. Like, I don't mind football, but if I had the choice to watch baseball or watch football, I'm watching baseball 100% of the time. It's not even close. I'm a nerd. That's fair. But yeah. Oh, journalists. Hate them. I know a lot of journalists that write in all the prestigious magazines and prestigious newspapers in the world. Just FYI, just so you know, the people that are writing these articles, they're morons. Not all of them, because I don't know all of them, but a lot of them are. I've been to college with them. I've worked with them. And you're just like, I don't know if you should be allowed to write about that topic. It's kind of weird. And I'm not the smartest person in the room. Don't get confused. I'm not saying that I'm brilliant or smart and I could do it better. I'm not saying that. Just saying they shouldn't. But yeah, it's a fun time, let me tell you. But speaking about my journalism really quick. So before the pandemic, we had, as a journalist company does, we had a print magazine. It was very, very nice, and it's very, very well respected in the world. I don't want to say what it is, but it's very well respected. Or it was. And during the pandemic, they thought it'd be a great idea that, hey, what if as a magazine company, we stop making magazines? And nobody thought that business model, the fact that we print and sell advertisement in magazines, and if we got rid of the magazines, no one thought that would be a bad business model. Nobody raised their hand and was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. So they did do that. And it turns out, not a great model. How do you figure out what to write about? There's something I've always been curious about. Like, are there really that many stories out there? There are. There really are. Yeah. So a lot of people wonder, like, how I can come up with so much content for YouTube. It's because everything is a story. Like, I have so many content ideas in my head for my channel. I just don't have the time for it. And if I was full time on it one day, my goal, realistically, without slowing down, I could probably pump out 4 videos a day and still like have enough content ideas, because there's just so much to do out there. There's so much to do out there. So anyway, as far as coming with stories, half of it is just talking to people. That's where most of my good ideas come from, is just talking to people. So like, I'll talk to people in the industry and I'll just, you know, grab a beer with them and be like, what's affecting you? And then they give me a handful of things and I write them down and I talk to where I think the solution may be. And I go talk to those people and then et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I like, for when people talk about YouTube and like burnout and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people talk about burnout with like you doing too much. For me, it would be like if I started running out of ideas, it would be my issue, but I don't think I ever will, fortunately. I don't have the credit to boast about Hulk, but I do anyway. Don't know why everyone is so blind to be behind above S tier as his own amazing tier. There he is, 100%. Blind to him being. Gotcha. Blind to him being. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Spoiler alert. Doesn't work great. Doesn't work great, turns out. So, it's fun. It's fun. So the company's very fun. I don't want to get fired, but a part of me does hope I get a severance package and they let us all go. And then I would like, realistically, except for the part where I have to find a real job if this YouTube thing doesn't work out. Do you ask them where Gondor was when the West fell? No, I have not. No one is personable enough to get any Lord of the Rings reference. But yeah, I hope in like a year or two, if I got a severance package and this channel was larger, that I would just go as hard as I could on this channel. And I'd be curious to see what it could do. And if I get like a severance, it can make me last like 3 or 4 months or whatever before I have to like start looking for a real job again. But it'd be interesting. One day. That's the dream. That's the dream, chat. If you want to know what it's like to live the dream, it's to hopefully get severance package from your company. And stop dealing with their BS. But one day, I guess. One day. All right. Well, that was fun, chat. I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate being here. So thank you. I will see you all tomorrow night. Play some Marvel Champions. We're doing Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy. I don't know what villain yet. And we have to come up with cards still for we have to come up with cards for novels to tier rank. I don't know what to do yet. So I still have to plan that out. So if you have any ideas, let me know. What's wrong with this country? We need more good Lord of the Rings. All I want is an email from my company that says we have no money, so goodbye. That's rough. That's rough. That's a rough one. I will tell you what's wrong with our country. America. And I mean this in all seriousness. The worst thing about our country is that when we were in high school or middle school, they taught all of us how to square dance. There is no reason for that. There's no reason that we need to learn how to square dance. You know what people need to learn how to do properly? Taxes and lifting weights so they don't lift with their back and screw up their back for the rest of their life. I'm going to tell you that's the problem with America right now. To this day, I still know how to do the box step. Don't know why. Don't know why. I will never need to know how to do any of those dances. But that was... God, we spent so much time on that for some reason. How to do your taxes? No. How to properly apply for a mortgage? No. Not important. Balancing a checkbook? Not important. Again, properly lifting weights, I think would have changed my life, changed a lot of my friends' lives. One of my buddies is still dealing with a bad back because they never taught us properly. But I still think working out is one of the best things you can absolutely do for yourself. If you want to change your life and make your life better, I think you should work out. Just personal opinion. Anything is good. But that is what is wrong with our country. 100%. Play against Sinister Six or Venom. I don't know if I want to do Sinister Six with her. I think that'd be a little tough. Venom might not be bad. I think Venom could work well. Move to Canada? That's okay. I'm good. I hear square dancing. I hear stories about how we all ride kangaroos to work, but I've never been able to fulfill that dream. I burst out laughing in the truth in that sentence. We're doing long division even though I teach history. Yeah. Then you do personal finance in high school? I still to this day do not. It blows my mind that they don't do that. We figured out what x equals though for some random math equation. And like, okay, I learned trigonometry. Don't know why. I learned calculus. Don't know why. I knew I never wanted to go into math. I don't know why I need to know those things. In college, I had to take Calc 1 and 2. I don't know why. I'd never used calculus in my day-to-day life. Trigonometry, at least I kind of used, but for a hobby with woodworking. But like, kind of. You know, it's more guessing than anything else. But like, I don't need to know any of that. There's no reason. There's no reason. So much waste of time. I went to home ec, right? And I liked home ec class. It was fun. I couldn't take woodworking. It was full, which stunk. But I did home ec. It's fun. I don't know what I learned in that class, but it wasn't how to cook or clean properly. My wife tells me all the time. So that was a failure. I had to take several years of a foreign language. You know how many languages I can speak now? Barely one with English. I took 6 years of Spanish, 2 years of German. I actually used to speak German somewhat well when my mom used to yell at me in German all the time when I was a kid because she is fluent in German. And then we stopped doing it because I learned too many curse words in German, apparently. But now I don't know any of it. So happy I did that with, you know, however many thousands of dollars I spent on those classes. I struggle so hard with math. Watch me struggle to calculate how much damage I do with the villain in my videos. So the problem is I never do math the way they wanted me to do it. Because I was very much into like guessing checks really fast. And yeah. Kissimmee Kaz moved down. Yeah, that's fine. The most worthwhile classes for me were culinary, Spanish, and ROTC. See, that seems legit. So Spanish never stuck with me. So I have to go to Italy a lot for work. So every single time for about 2 weeks before I go to Italy, I spend a lot of time on like, you know, Duolingo or whatever, and like learning basic Italian. And I know enough to like get by. And I come home, I'm like, oh, I'm going to continue doing it because I will be fluent then. And I stop for about a week, and then I lose everything I learned. And I do have to do the same exact thing every single time. It drives me nuts. But yeah. Maybe a moment in my video this week. Lost with energy barriers. Meanwhile, I'm a math major. That's awesome. Honest to God, that's awesome. I wish I did more STEM stuff. Let me tell you how great a journalism degree is. Once I eventually don't have this job, because I won't eventually at some point, I don't know what to do. I don't have many life skills. I don't have a good foundation. I don't have anything that's going to work out well for me. So hopefully YouTube pays off. But actually, so I enjoyed physics. Stream 24/7. I do need to sleep. I need more. Nope, I pointed the wrong way. The problem is, I'm not telling you to do this. Don't do it. But that needs to be much higher on days I stream. So, in order for me to stream 24/7, one day maybe, not today. But yeah, I'd love to go to another country to experience the history. It's amazing. We travel a lot for fun, my wife and I. Less so once we had our son, but we still get out. I still think it's one of the best things you can do. I learned more in traveling for like a week in a country than I ever did in history class. With like foreign history, American history now, but you do 12 hours, do the other 12, but nobody will stick around during my 12-hour streams. They'll stick around. A lot of people lurk. How different people's perspectives are, like art or music. I hate doing those classes. I hated music too. I hate art too. I hate art because I was bad at it. I hated music because I wasn't interested in it. I really didn't like I didn't like school. really, in general. Even writing, I hated it. I hated writing. That's my entire life now. Bring back the Valk guy? I don't think people want that. I think people are sick of the goat being around all the time and just crushing everything. I mean, I get it. It makes the game boring. But no, also welcome, Dylan. I don't think I said hi. Yeah. I mean, my buddy, he was a math major as well, but now he just trades on Wall Street. So I get you there. I really liked physics. That was the one class I liked because it made sense to me. Physics always made sense. That was the one class I enjoyed. I took physics junior year in high school. Never took chemistry in high school. Skipped it. Just didn't feel like doing it. And then in college, I did physics again and really liked it. And I thought I was going to be a physics major. And they're like, oh, you have to do a lot of math. So that's why I took Calc 1 and 2. And I was like, oh, no, I hate this. And then I had to take organic chemistry for some reason. I just wanted to do physics. I didn't want to do organic chemistry. I don't give anything about organic chemistry. Why are you making me do this? And they were like, I don't know, figure it out. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So I had to take OChem 1 and then OChem 2. And I took half a year OChem 1. And I was just like, this is not going to be a successful thing ever. So, anyway. That was that. Made slight sense to me. Physics was fun. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's any board game stuff out there that are doing anything interesting. Unboxing. Oh, somebody's unboxing KDM stuff. Geometry was the only thing that made slight sense to me because it was mostly shapes and not as much numbers. I don't know if I ever took geometry. I'll be completely honest. I don't think so. Oh well. All right, chat. I'm out of here. I appreciate it all. Thank you all for hanging out. Hopefully you have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow and then Sunday as well. Make sure to join the Discord if you have not yet. But thank you everyone for being here. Have a good one. Take care, everyone. Where's the button? I don't even know what I'm pushing anymore. Hopefully this works.